women, and then also hopefully be able to reach other women with our stories. Because sometimes I do sit back and I'm like, I gotta be the only one going through this. There is no way. Because
but I be feeling like that too, but it's like, nope.
Yeah, because this is ghetto. Let
you know you're not alone.
Yeah, this is ghetto. This is crazy.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Right.
To even get to this point? Because, Lord, I don't know what list you got me on, but I know I'm on there by myself. She's so nervous. This is crazy. I feel like I'm nervous too. But first off, this has been a long time.
Yes.
Because
I know what y'all thinking. You posted something. When was that? November? If it was November, we real sorry, y'all. We posted something. We posted a few things, actually.
Yeah. About me's.
Yeah.
I mean, we let y'all know it was coming with no release date. So shout out to y'all who followed.
Shared, all of that. Y'all real.
With no proof that this is even going to be great. I mean, it is.
At that point, it was just an idea, almost.
Yeah.
Because it was like, well, for y'all. For us, it was like, we know this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And then when we sat down to do it, the devil thought he had me. And it was one thing after another.
Yes.
What was the first thing? It was
the light.
The light. We were so excited about this light.
Okay, so let's back up real quick though.
We didn't even introduce y'all to the podcast. Welcome to the Youre podcast.
With your host,
Big Deathstone, not the little one.
And be more, never less. Yes.
Period.
But okay, y'all. So real story of why there's such a delay on this podcast. So of course we sat and we thought about I listen to podcasts. She Destiny listens to podcasts. So we literally were like, what do we want our podcast to look like? We're not about to be out here going to another place so somebody can record our sessions. We need to be able to do this on our own. So we Googled, Pinterest,
y'all, we
YouTube
even did a
University.
Last year, like mid last year, we did a podcast seminar. Remember on the Zoom thing?
We won't even
waste of time, first of all. Y'all, we were dedicated. we weren't even trying to learn the ins and outs
of a podcast.
Yeah.
So we felt like, okay, I have enough space in my home. So this is literally where we are. We set up everything and we were like, it would be dope to have a light. We got the light. Then I learned there's this app so you can record. And we were like, boom, that ain't nothing. Let's go ahead and run that. Yep. We tested out. Everything was good. Of course, when we tested it, though, we did not have the light. It was on display.
Yeah. And that was a bummer. Once we sat here and recorded, it was a big blob of white on the wall.
So we learned.
You couldn't see anything.
Nothing. It just looked like I don't even know what to explain it. What it looked like. A blob of light. That's exactly what it was. So then it was, okay, we need to make a camera, like a mirror. Girl, now I know what a mirrorless camera is. Why do I know these things now? Again, we did our research, that part. So we literally went around the world looking for mic stands, looking for mics, looking for roadcasters. That's the girl. It's a whole situation.
I know stores I ain't never been in before.
That part, because why is guitar, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't play guitar.
Who knows? And I know you're not here to listen to us talk about our trials.
We're just giving you the backstory of how we got to where we are today.
Yeah.
So we went from that store to the Apple store. So the Geek Squad couldn't even help us, y'all.
No, Geek Squad didn't know
what they called the geniuses at Apple couldn't help us.
But shout out to Marlon.
Yes, Marlon, he a real one. He's a follower.
We appreciate you because you definitely tried. So I appreciate that. But it was crazy. So to say that, if we seem like, it's because we're just able to actually sit here and talk to y'all and just be like, finally, really doing it.
Yeah.
Hey. So super exciting. I'm very grateful for everyone also who just went again, like Destiny said, went ahead and followed, shared all the things, because honestly,
Just
the
keep
fact
that energy.
the fact that y'all was doing that and hadn't even heard anything yet, waiting on us to do what we're doing now, I appreciate that. But let's get into why we're even doing the You're Done podcast to begin with.
Yes. So the You're Done podcast, as you can tell from the bio, it's all about what are we done with, essentially. So that could be getting rid of things in your life, that could be adding things to your life that, replace old habits, bad habits, whatever the case may be. What are you done with? What have you gotten rid of along your journey to get you to where you are right now? And what are you going to do to be the best version of yourself going forward?
Yeah.
So, in a nutshell.
And it just so happened, though, that we always tell each other, you're done.
You're done.
So
I tell my students at work, you're done.
That part.
I'm going to call you mom.
Because you're done. Literally. So it started off with us knowing what kind of topics or things that we wanted to be able to discuss and share about ourselves, our journey, things like that. And it just so happened that a phrase that we say all the time fit perfectly.
Done, yeah.
So here we are. But I will say we actually were sitting down, and I don't know why it has come up constantly now that we're older. Like, we always tell people, like, we're actually 6 years apart. First off, a lot of people, I don't know why, but they act like they don't know who's the oldest here.
Yeah.
Clearly I am. Well, she's not that tall, but they always say, like, the short sister is the older sister. But we're always like, we're 6 years apart. And I think now that we're older, it's like weird pockets of times that we'll sit and go, I would not have known that. Because we feel like we know each other very well.
Yeah.
And we pretty much do the same thing. Like, literally, I helped her move, and her closet is my closet. Like,
I have that shirt.
We don't even shop together. Yeah. Like, why is my clothes over here? It's crazy work. But it's just like we're constantly just sitting back and going, like, if something is said or something is happening, and I know something did go on one time, and I was like, oh, I mean, why the heck? Excuse me, I'm working on that.
You're done.
Right? Why wouldn't you have called me and told me that? And then she just like gave me some reason, and I was like, that don't work for me,
Well, don't do that again.
Never do that again. And I think I had shared something with her one time, which, by the way, like, certain things we just don't discuss because it's odd. Yeah. I think the craziest thing we may discuss is the fact that she may be constipated.
Okay, just tell everybody my business.
But for the most part, it's just like we say the most like basic things, but now it's just like, I remember this time I did, like, usually it's just like we tell our friends, it's like, why wouldn't I feel like I could tell my sister that? And so I think when we start realizing,
the first thing was when I lived in Charlotte and you lived in South Carolina, and that just goes to show you, like, this was only maybe 4 years ago. So it was just like, you came to me, you was like, I feel like you're at an age, my drum was like 25, 26. She's like, I feel like you're at an age now. I'm like, okay, well, I can share these type of things with you. And you share some with me, like, on the sexual side of stuff. And then it just like, every time I learn something about my sister, it's like, you do that? Like, I'm like, remember when I was in college and I failed my first class and I was boohoo crying, and you was like, I failed the class before, and I was like, mind you, we're 6 years apart. I look at her like the golden child. She does everything right. I was just like, Brittany went to college. Not only did she go to college, she did it again. And I'm over here failing. I said, oh my gosh, I am the bad of the bunch. Like, she's the good one, and I'm like,
no.
Figuring, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm winging it. When she expressed to me, you was like, oh yeah, I failed a class before, and I was like, oh, okay.
Right. And disclaimer, because and being honest, okay, everybody knows I'm a trainer. That's where Be More comes from. Be More Fit, all right?
Yeah.
That is my full-time job now. And baby, I failed exercise science twice. Okay? Not once.
And I'm a math teacher, and that class I failed was math. I couldn't get it. It was hard. It was so hard.
Really? It wasn't even me, though. It was really the teacher. It was really...
I was just saying, it's always the teacher. Not me, though.
Because that teacher was a hot mess.
But I think that just goes to show the age differences, and now that we're adults, we're able to actually like relate on so many things that we didn't even think. Like, I I'd be like, oh. So when I talk to you about stuff, like we actually have like adult conversations about it. You can actually give me feedback that I'll receive the right way. You know, it's just like I couldn't do that when she's 12 and I'm 6. Or, you know, like, or she's 18 and I'm 12.
Because we literally were growing up and it's like she would get into something and I'm like, done that phase, out of that phase. Don't want to play with the Barbie. That's why you have all of mine, because I no longer want them. And so I just feel like we always kind of kept this dynamic of like, you're the older sister, you're the little sister. Never like, dang, we're experiencing life together and we can share things and we can help one another. Not on the aspect of I'm your older sister, so I should be able to tell you stuff, but like, you're the younger sister. You also can share and tell me things that I can learn from. And so I'm very happy to have doing the podcast with you, but to also feel like we can have these conversations with each other as women and then also hopefully be able to reach other women with our stories. Because sometimes I do sit back and I'm like, I gotta be the only one going through this. There is no way. Because
but I be feeling like that too, but it's like, nope.
Yeah, because this is ghetto.
Let you know you're not alone.
Yeah, this is ghetto. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But what did I do?
Right.
You know, to even get to this point? Because Lord, I don't know what list you got me on, but I know I'm on there by myself. And I just want to be with everybody else. So it's just really interesting to get to this point. And so I do feel like the You're Done podcast is going to not just help us, because sometimes we'll literally be in the middle of a conversation and I'll be like, whoa, what? Wait. Or I'll remember like, dang, I actually went through that. And then we're just like, it's just like this organic thing. So I feel like we went from, and it's probably going to sound really, really corny, but from like just, hey, how you doing? Hope all is well. And I know everyone thinks like we're like this, and we are. But it's to be like
a different level.
Yeah, like if I'm crying, I'll call her.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I'm pissed off right now. This is what's happening. I'm overwhelmed. And then like she'll literally give me something.
Yeah. Or if I call her, I can tell when I'll be like, oh, what's wrong?
Yeah. So I'd be like, this stupid.
Yeah. Somebody's not in the mood.
Yeah. And that's one thing I respect, because really I keep a small circle as it is.
Yeah.
So I am not one. Like I tell everybody that if I'm making new friends as an adult, it's because I'm vetting parents. Because my kids, they're making friends, and I have to make sure that those parents are acceptable in my book.
No, for real.
Because
who they mama, right? Who they grandma, where they from?
Because you can't go over there. No, you can't go to their house. They can come over here,
right?
But you can't go over there. So I have, since graduating college, I don't feel like I've made best friends. I've definitely made acquaintances. I've definitely met people that I feel like if there is something not too personal, like if they shared, I don't care that other people know, I'm fine with that. But I'm just like, no. But now I'm also like, I really don't have to make friends now, because I just call my sister.
Exactly.
Who's she telling?
No, for real. No, literally nobody.
Yeah, literally. And before anybody say, what the heck is in those clear glasses? Yes, I'm sipping on my water. If you can see it. Yeah, because we're sipping on water out of a wine glass. Yeah, very bougie.
Who drink that water out of a wine glass? Nobody.
Because you're done. Bro, because that's crazy.
We done getting drunk and being belligerent. You're done with that. Let it go. Grow up. Right? But not to say I won't have a little glass of wine sometimes, but it's just like, come on now. Keep it cute.
Right? Very demure.
Exactly. Come on now.
So, yeah. But, more conversations for sure. I don't know. Okay.
That's the one thing also about doing the podcast with your sister. She knows dang near everything. So it's like, what's she finna say?
But I won't
edit it out. Whatever it is.
No, because the people want to know. Y'all want to know, right? They want to know.
Okay.
But I just want. She acts like I'm supposed to be sending her notes. I will say this: we do not send each other notes. We
come up with a topic.
We may have a topic, yeah, and then we're like, "Hey, don't tell me what you're thinking," because this is how the organic conversations happen. But just going into like learning about each other in different things. When I'm pretty sure I was in college because we were living in Fresno at the time. Yeah. And I don't know what she was going through, to be quite honest, but this is the first time my sister ever hurt my feelings. I was in college and she was going through something. And she was talking and I let her talk and then I gave my feedback and apparently she did not like it. And her listen, come in, okay? This was her response to me. Everybody can't just drop people the way you drop them.
Some few people should have dropped.
And I was like,
probably that person.
Why she think I just be dropping?
She just act like she don't care about nothing.
But listen,
and I care about more than I should. I'm not gonna say everything.
Yeah,
but more than I should.
She care. Well, I'll say this, and this is probably now people gonna be like, well, maybe she really did care, but I probably really don't. But I have this like interesting complex that even if if I don't like you, like you gonna know I'm not speaking to you. I'm not being friendly. I'm not showing up to nothing. I'm not gonna play nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
what?
If you with somebody else and I see them and I know them and they not rude to me, I say hi. And you'll be like, what's she over here just being friendly for? Oh, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm that person. And I will never let you know how I feel. So when I was dating, I'm clearly married now. So he knows everything I'm feeling. Because when you make me mad, you don't make me mad.
Yeah.
But when I was dating, if somebody I was dating pissed me off, like, I would come to school and just be like, cool. You're not going to know if I cried. You're not going to know if I wrote a letter. You ain't going to know if I had to write in my journal. Mix of both. I'm definitely going to school like you never existed, like we never dated, like you never mattered. I'm literally coming like you the whole homie.
To get there.
No. First day, you're a straight homie.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to. I feel like I'm doing it only to to protect myself. It's not a thing where it's like, oh yeah, that okay, whatever, fine. It's really just like, that sucks. They really hurt my feelings,
Okay, but the difference is okay, and this kind of reminds me a little bit of that conversation, is because she is the type, not now, then, and this is something I did not know about her. Again, still learning about each other as we're going through different phases. But she would be like, I'm gonna give him a call because I just feel like this is gonna close the chapter. We're gonna whatever term she used to use, and I used to be like, baby, the chapter was closed when he said what he said and he had you messed up.
Yeah. But I got to get something off my chest.
And I'd be like,
and another thing.
You better say it to the Lord. Because we're not calling we're not calling him. Put the razor down. Not put the razor down.
I did not have a razor in high school.
BlackBerry. Was it the BlackBerry?
I had all kinds of phones, child,
That's
but
true.
I did have a BlackBerry.
Close it. Well, hit the end button because that's what we're not going to do.
I'm crying.
We're not doing it.
Yeah.
But she would just, but something I really did like about that is that as I got older, sometimes I would sit and be like, maybe I can have an emotion. But really, too, it's probably not me. It's my kids, because my kids do things and I feel like, oh. Not saying I needed to treat her like, oh, come here, let's give a huggy. That's what my kids say when they want a hug. But I feel like, I'd be like, maybe this is what my sister needed. She just needed me to hear her and then make her feel seen in her emotions versus like, okay, this is the emotion you having, but you need to drop it.
Yeah.
Because I'm so much, like, I'm learning to have an emotion. Because my therapist taught me that,
so they agree. You don't have them. So it's not just it's
Shout
true.
out to Dr. Jasmine.
It was true what I said.
It is, because she told me that I have this interesting complex, and the best way I could explain it was, she was like, do you cry? And I was like, I cry, right? Push the wall. And I was like, I cry, but then I'll go, is crying gonna solve my problem? Nope.
Right.
So we need to shut it up, and we need to get up, and we need to do something.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to sit still. And if I'm feeling an emotion and I feel like that person is making me get inside of this rut I don't want to be in, then instead of saying, okay, I felt it, let me say what I need to say, I just completely remove it. So you become nothing to me.
Oh, I can't.
No, you become nothing.
But once you are nothing, poof, vanish off into the air. Wouldn't know the man down if I walk down the street.
Right? Don't hit your brakes.
Because don't know you, sir.
Keep it moving.
Who are you again?
That part. So yeah. So it's weird now that but I also always say I don't know what I did to give birth to people that act. That's crazy work.
I hope my child don't come out being mean. Not careless. Or you weren't mean, but just very, I don't know.
I had spurts because Mama used to take me to our cousin's house because she thought I was weak. I used to get beat up over there, and then I learned to defend myself.
Oh, well, I didn't have that.
I
was left with my emotions.
She didn't have nobody to nobody.
Nobody.
Those are the good old days. Yeah, I mean, if you ever want to get locked in the closet, let me know.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. Past that.
Claustrophobic.
Okay.
But no, for real. I just feel like all the things as kids, it's just a totally different dynamic now that we're adults. And we can sit here and talk forever. So that's almost kind of how the podcast thing came up. Like, okay, so I like the YouTube stuff. So I'll be like, I'll FaceTime and be like, welcome to my cooking channel.
She literally in her kitchen cooking.
Yeah, talking to myself. Y'all do it. Somebody out there do it.
Somebody out there acting like Tab right now. Mind your business.
Mm-hmm. I do it to Corey. I do it to Bria. Bria be doing it with me. She be like, hey, what's that? I be doing the ASMR. And so I just think it was like we should sit down and just record it. Because, like on Instagram or on social media, it's like a post that say, me and my friends, hella funny. We'll have a bomb YouTube channel. Hello,
here we. No, okay, back up because we told our friends we was gonna do a podcast and they was like, first episode, y'all getting canceled.
Kevin,
when you see this, when you see episode 2 come out,
and 25 and more to come,
right? You owe me dinner.
He doubted us. He said we in handcuffs,
right?
Actually.
But then actually in the same breath be asking when he gonna be a guest.
Right.
Is he on the topic?
You're done.
Because if you can't get on there, if we cancel, but we're not gonna get canceled because I'm gonna bleep out that F word I said earlier.
But I just think the whole You're Done podcast, I even think like with us struggling to get it even set up was just like a perfect thing of like, we could have gave up. We could have been done for real.
No, yeah.
But we didn't. And I feel like that's all about what are we gonna do to go after what we want in life. Like, and now I can sit here and talk to my sister who's 6 years older than me, and we can relate on certain topics, and we can, give our different, like, obviously, like she just said, we're different. We're a lot similar.
A lot alike, but very different. And how we process things, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I just be like, it's just cool to have different conversations. Now, when we get our mama on here, if you know, you know.
Then we may get canceled.
Yeah. You might not see that episode.
Yeah, we may have to put that on a different platform. Family friendly.
If we are similar but different and we come from her, it's just like Three Musketeers.
It is, but and I don't want to say too much because I think she would be a great guest.
Yeah,
and I don't want to ruin nothing for nobody.
Yeah.
But
she is going to be great.
It's very cool to just, I think now that I'm a parent, we literally, and then we're talking about our evolution of like us growing up and going through all these things. And it's just like, oh, I remember when Destiny was this age. And most of the time as parents, you watch your kids grow. Of course, you're going to watch them go from like wanting the color to being like skincare.
Yeah.
My 8-year-old, by the way. The whole situation. But I never thought I would sit and watch our parents go through. Like, because literally, if I say something to my child, I'm like, about to make the 90s Doris come out. Because this new Doris, she look cool, calm, and collected. And I like her. Yeah. I like her too. But every now and again, I'd be like,
the early 2000s Doris.
Early 90s? Baby, where's she at?
I didn't know her then.
But baby, I did. And she was a hoot.
Yeah, I'm crying. What? She was something else. She had, but But also in that same breath, it's just like, okay, I don't want to give too much because I just feel like I've witnessed my mom go through a whole bunch of stuff and she'll come on here tell her own story. Yeah. But it's just like a lot of stuff she had to be done with to get to where she is right now.
Very true.
And we got to witness that.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
You know, so to see her as a grandmother.
I went from my mama calling me being like, yeah, and I went off on that beep, 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 beep. I shouldn't have said that. I said, girl, if you had to ask, you know you weren't supposed to be saying that. You know you was out of line.
No,
immediately, no. But she's come a long way.
Yes.
So a little too far, I'd be like, okay, now you were supposed to say something.
Right. That part.
But anyways.
And you know if she's saying you were supposed to say something?
Right, because I'm a little passive depending on the person.
Yeah. You
like Corey may not agree.
It depends on the situation. Because sometimes you will pop out and show somebody and I'll be like,
yeah, got him pissed her off. Push your button.
Yeah.
And then some days I just be looking at you like, heard you. Don't remember it.
Ain't gonna
Don't try me. So yeah, the You're Done podcast, y'all.
It's crazy.
And I'm excited.
I'm very excited.
We have so many cool topics that we're going to be talking about. We have so many people that we want to bring on to the podcast. If you want to come on, you got some sense, you can come. And
if not, stay at home.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to not get canceled.
Exactly.
Don't come on here with your shenanigans.
Yeah. And I just, we can play both sides, but I just rather not. We're evolving here.
But I think that's also what the podcast is about as well. When she's asking, like, if you ever want to come on. And I think it's crazy because we do want our podcast to become like number one. We want to just keep growing and evolve, somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
But we also feel like we're always talking to our community. So we're from Lamarck, and I always feel like those are the people that I'm talking to. I'm like, those are the people supporting me. Those are the people watching. And so it's going to be...
And we got some Houston people.
We do. We love y'all. So,
we're trying to get the people out there in Saudi Arabia, London, UK.
All of them.
Tune in.
Welcome.
Sorry.
But no, I feel like we're trying to get to the point because we always... If you ever heard of Lamarck, first off, we're not Lamar. We're not in Beaumont. Okay? Yeah. L-A... capital M-A-R-Q-U-E. Okay, for those who don't know. And I feel like no one knows where we are. They feel like we're this tiny. We don't exist. And we are. But it's just like good and great people are from Lamarck, still live in Lamarck, have left, still come home to visit. And we never hear these stories or we never hear about anything. But then when someone passes, it's just like, oh, they did X, Y, and Z. And it's like, and so no one wanted to share that. No one. And so even when I moved back, and I moved back 2 years ago, I feel like I'm watching Lamarck grow, and I'm also watching things that I'm like, dang, that school ain't even there no more. Like, that's crazy word. Because how you gonna get rid of exemplary schools like Westline? I digress.
That school been gone.
I know, but I just realized it was gone. Okay, so it's just things like that where I'm not only happy to be doing this podcast with my sister to share our stories and things that we feel like we can contribute to the community, and hopefully help heal or help someone else feel seen in something that they may be going through. But also it's just like, we from Lamarck, we proud of that, and we're hoping that other people from Lamarck want to be able to put on and show what it is that they're doing, because we really out here doing it. Like a lot of I'm about to say a lot of students, but a lot of my classmates, it's like they're nurses. One of my classmates, she do something I don't even know didn't even know that was a job. Right. They're out here looking, like when you was in science and you used to look at the bacteria and the stuff.
And the the telescope and the microscope.
Yeah, because
is that what it's called?
Yeah, because whatever the scope. Right. And my point exactly. Magnifying glass. I just thought that was for fun. Baby, this is a job, okay? And
she's a scientist.
No, for real. She is a whole one. And so it's just stuff like that. It's just like we are really out here doing things and bettering ourselves. And I thank our parents for giving us that step stool to be able to do what we're doing. But it's just like, Lamarck, stand up.
Oh, for real.
Because
or any small town, bro. If you made it... You made it out.
That
And I'm
part.
not by no means, we ain't, that's ghetto. We ain't get it out the mud. We ain't do none of that. But it's just like coming from such a small town, such as Lamarck, and like everybody know everybody, y'all. We are very small, but it's just like I don't feel like what I grew in the environment that I grew up in. I am not that person.
Yeah.
Especially not anymore. There's certain things that I don't even like to partake in, and that'll be a episode. But it's just like knowing that you could come from these small towns and such greatness could come out of it. We got people in the NFL, we got people that's in the healthcare, we got business owners, we got it all. Podcasters, hello,
because you see it.
So it's just amazing to see all the great things, and even with just like going back to me and my sister, it's like not in a million years. First of all, in regards to our real careers, I mean, she's always been the fitness girly. That's been her thing since
I started playing
exactly.
sports.
But if you were to ask me, my students ask me, "You've always wanted to be a teacher?" No.
Hold on, but back up.
I question it sometimes today.
Right, but back up because
but I was a hell of a teacher at home when we played school. To sit down.
Homegirl was a bossy.
I was, yeah.
Off the chain. Yeah.
Do your work. Because I'm a graded.
Because that's... She became the big sister while being when we played school.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a full circle moment. Because,
okay, so...
Because I did not.
I see how the cards...
See how it's working out for you.
Yeah, I played out. But it's just like... I never thought that I would be here. Like, even with the podcasting, at a certain point in my life, I didn't even find myself, I guess, confident enough to even sit here to be like, people want to hear what I got to say.
Yeah.
You go hear what I got to say. Look, I am bossy, huh? But it's just like, I've grown this confidence in myself. I've grown as a woman. I've grown as everything. And it's just like, I'm still growing, but it's just like so cool to like witness myself. Like,
yeah.
Whew, Destiny, I've come a long way. And not just career-wise, just like being a woman, being a Christian, being a sister, being a daughter, being a girlfriend, being a friend. All these things. I'm just like, I wear many hats. And I like to wear them very well. So yeah.
Yes. Perfectionist.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Which is also why this took a long time, because I'm a perfectionist. Now it's like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
Because we ain't putting our name on nothing that don't look right.
Part.
So y'all was just gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
And we appreciate. Sorry for the wait. But it is finally here. We done planned out everything, and I am so excited for everything that's to come. Like, it's a new year. We're doing this in a new year. Maybe that's just God's plan. Like. Yeah. We had all these dates and stuff. We're going to do this, do that. We sat down, nothing worked. And it was just like, maybe it was just God's plan for us to do it in a moment that we're doing it in right now. You can't argue with the Lord.
No, you cannot. Trust me. Because I don't know, right? Because I don't know about y'all. I don't know how y'all talk to God. But sometimes I be like, okay,
what's this about?
What we doing here?
Yeah, what's happening?
Because
sometimes I be boo crying.
Right, because that's sometimes I feel like I get disconnected because I'm like, oh, I don't have like these strong biblical, like, I'm not saying it right, so it's like my message ain't gonna get through, and I'd be like, girl, I'm just about to talk.
Yeah, because, you don't have to.
Yeah, because Lord, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I really don't understand. So during this process of trying to get everything set up, I will say that was like a really, really big help, because she would just be like, it's okay. Like, take a break. Let's sit down.
Right.
Let's do, like, even last night, she was like, you know what? Just leave it alone. You did a great job. All that stuff you did, you set this up and we figured this out. And so she was like reminding me of everything else that we had done, that I just was like thinking to myself, like, okay, that's done, but this messed up, So it was really good to
and that's a lot coming from me, because I am a Speedy Gonzalez. I want everything done, and I want it done now.
That part. And I'd be like, right, what is happening? Why are you on 1,000?
Yeah.
She'd be like, I'm not, because, and if and let us know.
We gonna edit out.
And let us know, because it is sometimes if she gets really excited or like something's going on, it'll be very interesting when we get guests on. Because all of a sudden, like, she'll go from like, yeah, so, and this is what I thought, and then, and I'll be like, why are you talking so fast?
Yeah.
It's like,
slow down.
How many words you want to get in?
I'm excited.
Breathe.
That's what I'm excited about. Something I get to yapping.
Right? I'd be like, where's the punctuation?
Yeah.
There was
run
not
on
one. There's a whole run on sentence.
Yeah, but I'm excited. You heard what I said.
Right.
I ain't talking fast. You just listening slow.
She got a phrase for everything. So what we're saying is keep up, because we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
She talking about she don't know what. Now that is true though.
Gotta be locked in for the ride.
When you said you didn't know what I was gonna say, half the time I would say I don't know what you gonna say, but she's sarcastic. But she's sarcastic and she think her sarcasm be funny sometimes, but she don't laugh at it.
Yeah.
Like she'll just be like sarcastic,
like I'll say it, and she like,
like as a matter of fact, and I just be like.
I'm like, oh, why you not laughing?
Right? And so then I'll be like, hey, she was joking. Whereas
she didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, whereas I'll actually laugh.
Yeah.
So people know. And then they may still be like, you're like nonchalant. And I'll be like, but it was funny. You were laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she don't do that. So she probably would have to be careful.
What I say.
About what I could make an example out of. Because she's right.
Well,
I know way too much.
Like I said, it ain't getting published. If she says something that I'm like,
I would never. But there's
keep
really,
it real, though.
yeah. But there's really not nothing.
Yeah.
I probably could not say other than like stuff you just wouldn't tell anybody, because why do you need to
you
know?
done told the people I went to the constipated.
Doctor. So. Well, I mean, a lot of them probably are constipated, and then don't get mad when you get monetized off somebody want to be a sponsor. Constipation tea,
fibro on the go. In my wine glass. All you gotta do is put it in your cup and mix it up.
And then she gonna be out here drinking it. And then what's gonna happen? All of y'all gonna be out here getting y'all some fiber, and you gonna be regular. Like her. And it's funny because shows how crazy things be. Is that sometimes she will call, because it's like now we just call each other about everything. Mm-hmm. But then she'll be like, yeah, because X, Y, Z. And I'll be like, girl, I ain't got them problems. I'm regular. And she'll be like, must be nice.
Right. Because I'm not.
I'm cramping. I'll be like, I don't get those. Must be nice.
I'm just struggling over here. She's living a life.
I know. I'll knock on wood, because I don't want nothing to happen. But I don't have a lot of problems that most women have. I don't cramp. I don't. Like, I may get bloated, but half the time I'm dancing. So, I mean, who cares? High-waisted jeans is in.
No, for real. Cover it up.
Who's gonna know?
They're not gonna know.
And if you know, you're looking at me way too hard.
Way too hard.
Yeah.
Find you something else to look at.
That's weird. Now we're not friends, because why would you even point it out?
Exactly.
Ignore it.
Exactly.
You know what is going on.
You're really if I didn't trying to make me feel bad.
If I didn't look like this last week, I wait until next week. And if I still look like that, then maybe we can have a conversation.
But until then, mind your business.
That part, because you're done.
So at the end, see, we just go off on a tangent. So at the end of every episode, we're going to do the question, obviously. So what are you done with? I feel like for this episode, would it be a little hard? Because we were kind of
we just want to let y'all know what this podcast is essentially about. And then also to just really thank y'all, and then to also apologize for the episodes just now coming out. But I mean, I still feel like there's some things from this episode that I feel like I would say. Well, go ahead.
Okay, I would say, like we said earlier, with the whole the struggle. I'm sorry we keep going, but I feel like things that I'm also learning to be done with, because I read my Bible and the Lord told me to do it. Yeah. So it's just like allowing things to happen how they're supposed to happen. Like I said. With all the things going on, we could have easily just been like, you know what? This is not in the cards for me. Whatever. I'm done with it. I'm not even finna give it my energy. I'm gonna let it be what it is. But we decided to stay strong in our faith and knowing that if this is what we want and we have good intentions of what we're doing. Like, we're not just doing this just to be like, oh, we're doing something. Like you said, we're also trying to shine light on other people, you know, whatever the case may be. So it's like, stand strong in your faith and knowing that whatever it is that you want, it's gonna come to pass. And that's why we sitting here today. Because I am done questioning myself. I'm done questioning my faith in God because He has a plan for me. Will always.
So that, dang, what I'm gonna be done with? Because
You're done with that.
That is what I'm done with. But I think the biggest thing in just us and get my words together and us having these conversations. One thing I've been trying to let go of is like you always have like this interesting complex of like whatever your role is, because you're never just like the sister, like you're the older sister, you set the tone. And I know she come home and be like, I'm more popular than you was when you was in high school. Baby, you popular because
No, for real.
I set the tone.
Is you
Okay,
Brittany, little sister? No, I'm Destiny. Actually,
because your girl could have been out here busting it wide open and they'd been like, oh, y'all was sister.
I don't know her.
And definitely was not. Okay. But I think just letting go of what I guess it's kind of like what you were saying, but letting go of the box of like, this is how I'm supposed to be and this is what needs to happen and it has to be done right now. Yeah. So kind of just saying like, this is who I am. And it really helped because when I was getting overwhelmed being me and being like, this has to be perfect, this has to get done, she would come in and she would calm me down. And my deal is that when I'm on something, I cannot let it go. I will stay up knowing that I'm tired, knowing that I got to get up. Other things need to get done. I'm like, no, this has to get done. Yeah. So being able to say, you're right. I'm proud of myself for getting this done. I can be done tonight. I can be done with this. And I can still, right? And I can still feel like I accomplished something. Yeah. So that's one. And then again, like staying not inside of this box of like, oh, I'm the older sister and I have to always be in control. I think it's great that I've been able to call and ask you questions. We can, again, have conversations and it's just like, okay, yeah, that was helpful. And I don't have to be like, oh, she may think like I'm not being a great sister because I failed at something or I didn't give her the advice or, vice versa. So that's, I would say that's pretty much what I'm done with. Yeah.
So what are you done with? You better put it in the comments.
Right? But you better not be done with this podcast.
Is that?
Because we coming back with another episode.
Hey.
So thank y'all.
See y'all in the next episode.
I just learned how to do the heart like that, y'all. Because I am definitely 90.
I'm crying. Old school. All right. Yeah, catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.